Hi guys, this is Grandma Cheap and I'm coming to you here in my kitchen in southern Colorado, and on this episode I'm going to make a batch of herbs de Provence. Many of you don't know, or I guess should know, but I had gone to cooking classes a lot of my early adult life, and I guess I eventually wanted to become a chef, but just never got there because of children or letting someone else get in the way of my dreams. But I've always cooked, and I always loved, just the process of cooking and the results of cooking as well. But even though I'm not a chef, I'm at a good place in my life now, so all is well. And in one of the classes that I took, which was a French cooking class, that really opened up my mind to be more accepting or experimenting at different types of foods. But the one thing I keep going back to all the time is herbs de Provence. Herbs de Provence is a mixture of herbs that cooks and housewives in the south of France would go out into their gardens and gather, and it is a excellent and very traditional mix of herbs that is noted for, I guess, Provence, France. So when you go, you can get it in like a bottle like this at the store for nearly $5, but I can also, Grandma Cheap, I can also make it and have it for the rest of the summer, because it's excellent with chicken and fish and vegetables as well. So if you don't know, I'm going to introduce you to herbs de Provence, and if you do know, I'll just go over the ingredients so you can make it and store it in your cupboard yourself. Okay? First, we have to have thyme. And I happen to have thyme in my cupboard. Savory, which is, I looked it up on the internet, it's a mixture of mint, sage, and thyme. So here's the thyme. I have some sage. I went outside and got mint from my garden and dried it in the oven, so I have that. And mint, sage, and thyme, so that's the savory. Marjoram, I just went to the Asian market and got this marjoram for less than $2, which is very good. And rosemary, I have some rosemary left here. So this is what I'll do. I'm just going to eyeball it and put about a half a box of thyme. That wasn't even a half, maybe a third of a box of thyme. Savory, which is thyme, sage, this is only about a quarter container of sage. I'll just put the rest in there. Use up what you have. Marjoram, let me cut open. Oh, this was $1.49. I spent a great little Friday evening just going through the aisles of the Asian market and picking up unbelievable priced spices. Maybe a third of this package of marjoram. Rosemary, I'm going to finish up this container of rosemary. I like rosemary, so I'm going to put a goodly amount in that. And that's about, it was the 1/3 of this container, and I don't know how much of the other. And like I said, I have mint in my garden, so I went outside, got mint. And if you guys don't have mint in your garden, next time you see it or next season, please get some. I think mint will grow on a rock. And my kitchen smells fabulous because I dried this mint in the oven. And the leaves dried out great. I know you can hear the crunch of the leaves. And last but not least, I'm told that the U.S. is the one, or another, France didn't originally create adding lavender to the herbs de Provence, but I have some lavender. I was looking for culinary grade lavender, but I just couldn't find it, so I went to the health food store. And if it's not healthy at the health food store, I don't know what is. So I'm gonna get, I like lavender, maybe a half of that package. And I use my hands a lot, but I'm gonna stir this up. And that's your herbs de Provence. In cooking class too, we were not stingy on the herbs when we made our foods. So that's why I'm making my herbs de Provence myself, because I don't want to be stingy with it. I want it to be really flavorful. So I have this cute little mason jar that I'm filling up my mason jar full. Okay. And I'll put a label on that, and there I have my herbs de Provence. Very good. Now, I'm going to roast the chicken. It's easy. It's Sunday afternoon, and I don't want to fuss. So I have a whole chicken. It's a Tyson's chicken because I like Tyson's chickens. And I've washed and patted it dry. Now what I'm going to do is to take the lemon, a couple of lemons I have here. And I need to use those up too. And just, ooh, that was a juicy lemon. Squeeze it over the skin, and then putting the half lemon in the inside. The carcass, the shell, the inside. Okay, I just need that. Then I'm going to, first I'm going to discard my thing there. I'm going to take some olive oil. And just slather it over the whole chicken like it was suntanning oil, and wash my hands right back. And I'm going to use the herbs de Provence that I have left in my mixing bowl. To season my chicken. And I'm going to put that also in the inside. It's smelling just fabulously delicious. and I'm gonna rub it in all over under its arms, just like deodorant. The rosemary, even though it's dried, and I just love rosemary. I guess I've said that 1,000 times here. All right. At 350 degrees, I have my oven preheated. I'm going to place the chicken, the whole chicken, in this clay vessel, which I also love, and let it bake for an hour. I'm going to cover it for the first 45 minutes, and then I'm going to have it uncovered for the remainder of the time. And I'll when it is done, I'll come back and show you what that herbs de Provence chicken is. It's an awful good mix to mix up for you to have in your cupboard, and I thank you so very much for tuning in to Grandma Cheap Cheap's channel. Leave a like or a dislike above. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Grandma Cheapo. Or if you want to email me with your questions, or if anything you want to see done or want me to go over, grandmacheapcheap@gmail.com. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you when the chicken's ready, okay? Bye-bye now.